Well, a warm welcome to you all. I'm JJ. I am a life coach and I eat mostly meat.
I'm Eric. I am a novelist. And here's one of my favorites, Fortress of Shadow, book 7 in the Starside Saga. Yeah, this one's a good one. This is the one where when I got the hard copy and I sat down with it and I started to read, I got misty because I was like, this is exactly what I wanted to read when I was 14, 15 years old. And I did it. There's some scenes in here I can't even believe I wrote. I love them. I love this book. And I eat mostly meat, although I just had some fermented, kimchi.
Mm-hmm. That's normal.
I didn't have the sauerkraut. I had fermented carrots and a little bit of fermented beets with my steak tonight, my steak and eggs. I had not had the fermented beets. They tasted pretty much like beets, which I tend to like. They weren't as sweet because they were fermented and all of the bugs ate all the goody stuff in it and gave me the goody stuff in them. So
what's the reason for the beets and the carrots?
Well, I want to get the bugs into the gut. This is sort of the Sean O'Mara kind of thing.
So you're increasing your variety.
Increase the variety.
Okay.
And of course, it tastes good. I don't really generally like beef by itself. So I like to have a little bit of fermented stuff on top of every bite, and then I chew it up and it's delicious.
That was a revelation for me when you were like, oh, I'm eating the ferments with the beef, because I liked the beef. So it never dawned on me to do anything else. I didn't have any aversion issues. But then when I added that sauerkraut with the beef, and I don't eat them in the same bite, but just it's in the juice and everything. And that is an amazing flavor enhancer. I really do like it. I can't even believe I eat sauerkraut. Like,
me neither.
We live in Wisconsin, and there was this town that we would drive through to get to my family's house, and it smelled like cabbage.
Was that Franksville?
Yeah, they grew a cabbage back. I don't think they do anymore, but yeah, and it smelled so bad.
Trivia note.
Oh, yeah.
That is where best-selling science fiction writer Kevin J. Anderson is from.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I did not know that. So I'm still on the kraut, but I did have a bite of the carrots. It was fine. I don't like ginger, and they have some ginger.
It's a ginger carrot thing. Yeah. So the ginger could be killing all the good bugs. Did you think of that? I don't know.
I don't know either.
So yeah, we just had dinner a little bit ago, and so I'm powered up and ready to go. Not with a lot of sleep under my belt.
No.
Lousy sleep last night. Don't know why. So, JJ, what's your update?
Oh, we're talking food now, or just in general.
Yes.
So, as I've shared with you, for August, my big challenge that I set for myself was to fast once a week, mostly Mondays. And so I had my second fast, and my numbers were good. They were good. Here they are. Oh, there I am. So Monday night is obviously, you see 27 and a half hours into the fast. My blood glucose 69, blood ketones 1.6, Dr. Boz ratio of 43.1. And then I also have a breath meter, ACE track, that was at 30. And then Tuesday morning, 75, ketones of 2, Dr. Boz ratio 37.5, and a 68 on the ACE track reading. So what I'm liking to see is that I'm getting into a nice repair zone with that Dr. Boz ratio. And that's really the goal of this, is just to make sure I'm getting some benefits, mental health benefits, physical benefits, overall good autophagy from doing this weekly fast. And it's been a while since I've done something that consistently. As I've mentioned, I'm not doing my weight along with this. So yeah.
You mean you're not getting on the scale?
I'm not getting on the scale. Yeah. Yeah. So I was pleased with that. The previous week, my blood glucose went down in the 50s, which I'd never seen before. I'm not mad that it isn't in the 50s. I'm thrilled with these numbers, but it was interesting to see them the week before get that low. So I'll be back on track for this next Monday to do another one. And as far as how I'm feeling good. What else? Okay.
How's your energy?
Energy's been good. I have been a little bit hyper focused, which isn't a bad thing. So mood and focus have been just fine if you look at Eric's reaction to that.
Her
But
focus has been good.
yes, yeah. So yeah, everything's been good. I'm just feeling like I'm in the groove, and the fast this week was a little bit easier than the previous week. Like I said, I'm trying to also decouple from food somewhat and not want that breakfast in the morning, like not feel I don't want the compulsion. I want to enjoy my breakfast. I want to enjoy my food, but I don't want to feel like, oh, I just can't fast. That's impossible. I want to be able to have that flexibility and freedom.
So the second week, was it as big of a hurdle?
It was a slightly small hurdle.
So you think next week it'll be easier?
Yeah, I think it will be. Yeah. And as I've said, I actually moved. I used to skip breakfast. So the fact that breakfast is such a big deal to me is kind of funny now. I used to do 16-8 and not 16-8. I did 19-5. That was my sweet spot. So I'd skip breakfast. But then when we learned with Dr. Boz, I moved my eating window earlier in the morning. So it's harder for me to skip breakfast. Like then it was just part of it. I got my day going and it was no issue.
How many of these avocado oil condiments and packaged foods have you been eating as part of your plan? Like the Primal Kitchen's mayonnaise and
just
dressings?
My general food.
Yeah.
I do not, it's not a regular part. It's kind of like when we have guests.
I know we've got the mayo in the refrigerator.
Yeah. When we have guests, I'll occasionally make a meat tube.
Yum.
Or use an egg like life wrap to have a sandwich, like a sandwich. And then I'll use a little bit of mayo, but it's not very often.
But it's the Primal Kitchen brand.
I do have the Primal Kitchen brand. Yeah.
We're going to talk about that in a minute because big, possibly scandal has come out about that. Although, maybe not.
I also have a little, when I do have that sandwich type situation,
Meat tube.
I do also have some Italian dressing. And
that's the Wisconsin pronunciation.
And I really tried to get a clean version. It's like it's not a major manufacturer. I can't remember what the brand is, but it supposedly has olive oil in it. So I actually bought that the last time, very specifically looking for
a clean one.
A clean one.
Because we know that the Hellman's is full of seed oil, right?
Right.
Which is why it tastes so good.
Have you ever had Duke's mayonnaise?
I've never heard of it.
Okay. Well, I guess down south, I hadn't either, but I guess it's a thing down south.
Have you ever made your own mayo?
I've tried. I was not successful.
Okay.
Yeah. But so that's sort of my update, but I'm guessing you have your update as well.
I do. Yeah. I don't generally eat those products. I've been eating steak and the ferments that I mentioned at the top and egg yolks. Also my dark chocolate every day. And I have been continuing with the cocoa with the mushroom blend in it as my morning coffee substitute, which it is not a substitute. It has replaced it of necessity, but I enjoy it because it has a flavor and it is warm. But I crave coffee every single day. And I've been off of it for almost 2 months probably now.
Yep. 2 months.
So it's been tough with the not having coffee.
Well, it's why you've never, you've quit coffee before.
Yeah. And I always came back.
Yeah.
But my weight was pretty much stable this week with some big ups and downs. But my body comp has started to shift on the scale. So I'm taking that as a good sign. I've been feeling pretty good despite poor sleep and staying on the plan.
Are you still doing the Isolated carbs?
Yes, I'm still doing the isolated carbs. So it's kind of a carnivore-ish with ferments for breakfast and dinner, and then only carbs at lunch. And today it was some sweet potato because they didn't have the white potatoes where we get the potatoes.
Uh-oh.
And they were good. But you have to, it's not like an entire sweet potato. It's a small bowl of air fried, no fat added sweet potato.
I was going to say, you have a pretty measured dose, it seems.
Yeah.
But you said sweet potatoes are a bit of a slippery slope.
They can be.
Oh.
But no butter on them because I'm keeping the fat away. So no butter. I'm not putting the cinnamon on it. It's not really becoming a dessert. The way that I would normally do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, everything's going well except the sleep. Who knows? Who knows why? But this big breaking news item, JJ, was this study that came out of UC Davis. Let's flip over and look at this. I have visual aids.
Oh, that's mine though.
That's yours.
Yeah. I can get rid of mine. Here.
Okay, here we go.
Mine's gone.
So the study was authenticity of avocado and olive oils used as ingredients in commercially processed foods. And the punchline from the abstract was 89% of avocado oil labeled products exhibited compositional patterns inconsistent with authentic avocado oil. So a compositional pattern is based upon the various fatty acids that one would expect to find in avocado oil in certain ratios.
Now, I've heard the talk about this week.
Yes.
And I love that you're going to go into a little bit more detail coming up here. So that's interesting to me. But yeah, what were your feelings about it when you read it?
When I heard it, I was surprised because the product I'm most familiar with is the Primal Kitchens brand, because that was Mark Sisson's company. And he was the Primal Diet guy, which was kind of my first foray into the sort of the paleo primal area after we had done Whole30, because he also had exercise concepts associated with it. And so to me, it seemed like a trusted brand. And I'm here to say my punchline is the jury's out. I'm still open-minded about maybe this is overblown or not accurate. So we'll see.
I was a little disappointed because I'm not a zealot. When I go out, I know I'm getting avocado oil, not avocado. I'm getting seed oils. I know I'm getting seed oils when I eat out. I don't always carry my own dressing and so forth. So I'm not a huge zealot. However, I felt a little bit of bummed because when in my home, I want to feel like I know what I'm putting in my body. I really want to have that control in my home. And I do pay the extra money when, like I said, we use these things mostly when we entertain. So I like to feel good about the food that I'm serving to other people. So I was a little disappointed, but then I started to think about how often do I really, like you just asked me, how often do I really use these products? And it's still really very rarely.
Even rarer for me.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you don't eat meat.
I guess that's why also I felt like I was willing to wait to see what Mark said, because it really doesn't have any effect on me because I don't use these products. But let's look into more detail. So I'm going to let's put us over here. So what this is showing is Primal Kitchen versus the Codex standard. So the Codex standard is what UC Davis used to determine whether something had the profile of avocado oil. And the Codex standard is this column that shows the percent ratio of certain fatty acids and sterols that one would expect to find in avocado oil. So you can see the first line says palmitic acid, and the Codex standard is 11 to 26%. And then you can see that the Primal Kitchen sample was lower than that range. And the same with the palmitoleic acid was lower than the expected range. The stearic acid was higher than the expected range. Oleic and linoleic were right in the expected range for avocado. And then everything else, the alpha linoleic and all these sterols were not in the range, either higher or lower. And so they look at this and they're like, well, maybe they're not saying that there was no avocado oil in the product, but it has the appearance of being adulterated by some other oil to make the ratios cattywampus.
That's a technical term.
It is a very technical term, cattywampus. Well, let's not get into that. But I wanted to point out that the reason we want the avocado oil is to avoid a whole bunch of omega-6s and PUFAs that are going to become rancid and get into our membranes of our cells and mitochondria and cause inflammatory damage. There's a lot of people who think that people who go carnivore don't sunburn because they're not consuming these PUFAs anymore. I mean, I don't know if that's proven, but that's one of the theories.
Yeah.
And what this is showing is that actually the PUFA profile is right in line with what you would be getting if it was meeting the Codex standard. And actually better in that the alpha linoleic acid is lower in the Primal Kitchen's samples than in the Codex standard. So all of that is to say that it definitely doesn't look like avocado oil from the standpoint of the standard. So then we have to ask the question. And the question is, JJ's sneezing because she's allergic to this data.
I guess I am.
The question is, are these companies, because it was 86% or something, didn't meet the standard, are they just lying about using avocado oil? Is their avocado oil adulterated and they don't know it?
Mm-hmm.
Or the third option is the avocado oil they're using somehow different and not meeting the standard that would be expected in these fatty acid profiles? Well, I searched immediately for Mark Sisson on X because I knew he would respond to this. And here's what he said. I'm going to actually read this to you. If it ever comes up. Here it is. A recently published UC Davis study on avocado oil has caused a barrage of misinformation and innuendo. Let me clear the air before this escalates further. I have always stood by our products, and I do so to this day. I started researching and sourcing avocado oil in 2014, long before most people in this conversation had even heard about its benefits. And I know firsthand how important 100% pure, unblended avocado oil is to this community. Primal Kitchen uses 100% pure avocado oil in our products, never blended with seed oils. We stand behind that commitment and the rigorous sourcing and quality standards we've had in place from the beginning. I will post longer updates on the complexity of this issue over the next days and weeks, but I wanted to clear the air here. Let me be perfectly clear. Primal Kitchen does not use seed oils in any of its products, not when I founded the company and not today. Please keep enjoying your Primal Kitchen products with my personal assurances to its continued quality. So, JJ, that is pretty unambiguous.
Yeah. Yes.
Mark is laying down the marker saying there's no seed oils in this whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
But he did use the word complexities. So until we hear more from him, we won't know what the complexities are.
Mm-hmm.
But it did get me thinking, did any of the products actually meet the standard? Did they pass? Yes. So here is the two products from Avo brand.
I've never heard of that.
I think I've seen this label before someplace. The avocado mayo and the garlic aioli both passed. And what it's saying under here is samples 67 and 68. So they're saying they did 2 samples of 2 different lots of each of these, and both of them passed. And then there were many products that had mixed results, like these Munions from Lesser Evil, which I've never heard of, and this Simply brand from Tostitos. where one of the samples passed and one of them failed in both cases.
Wait, it says 9.
It said sample 9 passed.
Sample number 9 passed.
Sample 10 failed.
Got it. Yes. Yes.
So,
you told me this.
So that's one of those sort of edge cases. Like, is some of their avocado oil good and some of it bad? We don't know. And then there was a question of, and I think that the study actually answered this, is that the processing that the avocado oil goes through would not change it so substantially that it would fall out of range like this in their estimation.
Someone said that.
I think in this UC Davis study, they actually mentioned that as a question. And they were like, no, we don't think that the processing itself would change these profiles that dramatically.
Okay.
So,
well, it's interesting because some people have really thought, Mark Sisson sold Primal to a larger corporation.
Yes.
He's still involved in some way.
Clearly, he's standing up for it right now.
Right. And I don't know which company he sold it to, which corporation. But it's interesting because Tostitos did, one of their lots passed.
Yes.
And that's clearly sort of a big company. So, just kind of interesting there. I don't think we can just say, it's big business. Like,
I don't trust packaged foods.
Yeah.
Although I was eating the masa chips because they were fried in tallow.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a corn chip, so I really shouldn't be eating the corn part of it. And occasionally now I will have a couple of those. You've seen me do it.
Yeah.
I will get 2 masa chips and just eat those.
Yes. He tells me he's pulling a me because.
Right. Because JJ could eat 1 Oreo cookie. And for me, 1 Oreo session was the bag.
Yeah.
So she's the moderator, but I've gotten better at it.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible.
But I did not have any masa chips today.
Well, and this is why I was a little disappointed in general too, because when it comes to a salad dressing, and I know you can make mayo from bacon juice, lard. We call it bacon juice. You can make it from bacon juice. You can make it from tallow. You can make it from butter. I've not tried that because my mayo efforts have been failures, but I can't imagine it tastes the same. Like, the disappointment comes because sometimes we need that oil. I feel like I need that oil. Let me not say all of us, but I need that oil for a dressing or a mayo. And you can't just substitute an animal product and have it be the same thing. But I don't know. Maybe some of you have tried the bacon mayo and the butter mayo and the tallow mayo. Maybe I'm making too much of that.
Let's check in with the chat.
Well, let's.
Melanie is here. She was here earlier. She had a chuck steak and asparagus ready to go. Probably done eating that by now. Deborah's here from Vancouver, Washington.
I can't see
good to see you, Deborah. Melanie says, I use chosen avocado mayo, and I know it's been shown to not be pure avocado too. I saw an expose on the whole issue. And Primal says, I was using chosen mayo for crab cakes and would eat it occasionally, so I threw out what I had. Melanie was disappointed. All this time, Primal Gawa says, all this time I thought I was seed oil free.
Yes.
Avocado oil and deviled eggs.
Yes. Yep. That makes sense too.
Avocado mayo. Well, maybe the Oh Yeah brand is one to check out since it passed the test. Butter Bob, says Deborah Seeger, has an excellent video for making mayo. All right. Kraft Heinz.
Oh, that's who owns, I'm guessing, that's who owns Primal Kitchen.
Oh,
the Primal products. Yeah.
It's now one of the 57 varieties.
Yes, it is.
But you can't just buy a brand and change the ingredients when the whole purpose of the brand was the ingredients.
Well, and I'm pretty sure I've heard that was, I don't know about all these brands, but for Mark Sisson, that was a big part of the deal, is my understanding.
So who knows? Maybe he's on the phone with them going, what have you guys done? And didn't tell me. And they were like, sir, this is Kraft Heinz.
Well, yeah. Again, I don't know if it's malicious intent.
Yeah, there's no way to read minds.
Yeah, or if it's just the supplier issue. And of course, a business is going to not intentionally, if they've got a product line for the specific reason, they're still going to be looking for the cheaper options that's still in that lane, I would think. And maybe the cheaper options
are cheaper for a reason.
Yeah. I don't know.
I did see some analysis that said if the Primal Kitchen profile was adulterated, the avocado oil was adulterated, it seems like it was probably adulterated with safflower oil, safflower or something, which would mean that which is why the oleic acid level is where it's at. And so there was a lot of discussion of like, well, if the PUFA profile isn't that bad, maybe it doesn't matter. But then you have to start wondering about the other ingredients.
Well, yeah.
I just don't eat it. If I'm going to have a sandwich, I'm putting Hellmann's on it.
That's what he does. Yeah. This is kind of funny because it has been a thing for our household.
I detest the other mayos. They might as well not even have it.
I'm the one who buys those. I spend the extra money. I buy them. I serve them.
And it tastes terrible. And sorry, Mark, but it is not the same.
I do miss, along those lines, I do miss some Miracle Whip every now and then. I don't have it, but I miss that because that has a very
That was the only mayonnaise we had as a kid was Miracle Whip. I didn't know anything other than that.
I thought it was.
Yeah, we called it mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Should we look at JJ's fancy turkey chips?
Oh,
let's shift gears.
Okay, so this is kind of funny. My friend that I eat lunch with weekly has a 13-year-old, very frugal son. And we were talking about dog food, and I needed some dog jerky for my dog. And I'm looking at the ingredients for my dog because I don't want him to have all the worst stuff. And he's like, well, why don't you just buy some cheap chicken and make it from that? And I'm like, I mean, I could dehydrate some chicken. I don't know if I want that project regularly, but I remembered that we had turkey lunch meat, deli meat in our fridge from Aldi. I'm like, well, let me try that and see what happens with that. So I dehydrated it for 150 degrees for 6 hours with the intention of giving it to the dog afterward. But then I tried it and the dog has not had any yet.
Well, I haven't tasted it yet.
But you have not. So this is a standard deli slice. Again, it's Aldi's oven roasted turkey. So it's not a thin slice, it's just standard slice. And
they're kind of turned into little ruffled shapes.
This is what it looks like.
It looks like almost like a pig ear for a dog.
It does kind of look like that, yeah. So, and
ooh,
it's got a little snap to it.
Let's do that again. Little ASMR. Crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
Not entirely breaking up into powdery pieces. It's salted.
I did not add salt because, again, I was going to give this to the dog.
So there's a salty little arrival on the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that texture-wise, it's not my favorite compared to like a masa corn chip.
Oh, yeah.
Fried in tallow.
Mm-hmm.
But it does give me that crunch experience.
Mm-hmm.
And it tastes like turkey lunch meat. With a little saltiness. It's good.
Yeah. Now I know people have done Two Crazy Ketos do meat chips and meat crisps, and I know I'm not the first to ever do this, but I was pleasantly surprised. I dipped it in a little salsa because then it's just a vehicle, right? It becomes just a vehicle. I couldn't really taste the turkey. The turkey's mild. I couldn't really taste it at all, so I liked it in the salsa. And then I also put cheese, I took a slice of cheese and used it like a cracker.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
You could dip it into some Primal Kitchen condiments and you really have a recipe.
I thought it would be good in a which this would involve mayo too, an artichoke spinach dip. It might be pretty good in. I don't know.
Those don't sound even close to carnivore, but they do sound tasty.
No. So yeah, I like it. The dog hasn't gotten them. I would add a little tiny bit of salt to it.
I would eat all of those in one sitting.
And I thought it was pretty dang good. So when we went to Aldi today, I bought another pack of turkey lunch meat. But it is interesting for me. Like I usually have one. Again, I'm a moderator, but like I put the cheese on one. I'll break it in half, have 2 slices of cheese, and I'm done. It's just a nice little something different. So yeah.
Well, that was worth the effort.
And it was super. I mean, you blot it a little bit and you just throw it in for 6 hours and then it's done. So it's not as complicated as the yogurt, which isn't even that bad. The yogurt we make. I make.
Also just made Aldi's brisket in the Instant Pot.
Yes.
Instant Pot.
Yeah.
But that is pre-seasoned.
Yes.
With undesirable seasonings.
Well, yes. Yes. Aldi's tends to, they try to be on the cleaner side. Now, I'm not fooled into saying it was clean. Like, I'm not saying that. But yeah, it is the barbecue rubbed brisket. It does have some cane sugar in it, for instance. So it doesn't have corn syrup. It has cane sugar. So it's less bad. There's the term.
There it is, less bad.
It's less bad. But again, I'm not that concerned with.
They wouldn't amount to much.
Yeah, I'm not that concerned.
It was very good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
And it was apparently quite easy to make.
Again, yeah, I just threw it in the Instant Pot with some broth and let it.
I'm not used to eating meat that's super fatty like that. So
that is true. Yeah.
I might have overdone it a little bit because I was starving.
Yeah.
I had done 2 25-minute rucks that day. And my body was like, I need sustenance immediately.
Now, if you're rucking once, that's an indication you're feeling pretty good.
Yes, true.
And you were rucking twice.
Yes. And in the heat.
That's true.
Yeah. So I've definitely been feeling better.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah. Smokey Bear Lover is listening from the car.
Hello.
Linda threw those things out, the Avo Mayo, because Hellman's only.
And again, you have it so rarely.
And I mean, little.
Again, I understand people who want it out of their diet. Totally get that. And it's because it supposedly stays with you.
Here's how I justify it. If I'm going to have any of it all, which I rarely do.
Yeah.
I'll take some vitamin E with it.
Oh.
Because supposedly that does some magic with the PUFAs.
Oh, okay.
And I just say I've been de-poofified by a little vitamin E. Vid Viewer is with us again from Australia.
Hello and welcome.
You can't hang around, but you can watch the replay. So please do.
Yeah.
And if you are watching the replay, please give a thumbs up and leave a comment.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about whether you're throwing away all of your avocado oil products and condiments and salad dressings. If you're making your own, if you even believe you can get good olive oil, avocado oil that is pure, let us know in the comments.
Well, I was just, we went to the mushroom farm this afternoon and there is a Malva, Malva, Malva's olive oil. And I don't know where she's located. I want to say she might be kind of local, but are there really olives in our part of the world? No. But she's like, my trees, my oil, or like that's what it says on it. I was like, well, maybe there's some unadulterated olive oil for real. I don't know.
Melanie's asking, vitamin E, what does it do? I gave you the depth of my scientific knowledge already. But the Peters, the Petarians, the Ray Pete people will take vitamin E. And I remember hearing something about if you're going to eat some PUFAs, take some vitamin E with it. It may be bro science. I cannot tell you that it does really anything. Triple B ES90 says,
Hey.
I have avocado oil mayo right now. Will not throw it out yet, but will consider making my own if I want it, as I don't use it much.
That's where, like, I didn't throw mine out because I don't know what I'm going to replace it with, honestly.
Really, you could replace it with almost any thing. Air would be a better thing than that, just because it doesn't taste good. That's why everybody says, I don't use it much. The reason is it's terrible. People are like, oh, this is going to be healthy mayonnaise. And they're like, well, I guess I know why they call it healthy, because nobody wants to eat any of it.
I don't find it.
It has no zip. It doesn't complete the bite. Mayo is a melding flavor that is supposed to bring all of the other elements together and complete the bite and give it a little something else. And the avocado mayos don't give it something else. They give it something you don't want, which is whatever flavor it is.
I used to, when I was a kid growing up, I would eat bread and mayonnaise. That's what I called it. And that was the recipe.
Really? Just mayonnaise on bread?
Bread and mayonnaise. So it
Miracle
was Miracle Whip
Yeah.
on, like a white type of Wonder Bread or some other variety with a very thick,
Oh,
yeah, very thick layer of Miracle Whip.
speaking of thick layers of mayo,
Mm-hmm.
when I was I commuted to college and I had a night class, and I would go to Hardee's, go through the drive-through, and I would get their chicken sandwich, and I would say with extra mayo.
Oh, you?
Mhm.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. And they would slather that stuff on so thick it was almost slick and would shoot out of the bun when you were trying to drive stick shift and drive 25 minutes into where my school was. I loved that. But I'm guessing it wasn't full of good for me ingredients. So you've been cooking, you've been making this stuff, you've been cooking lots of omelets on the range, on the whatever that thing called, the flat top.
Yep.
And so you got back into watching Chris Cooking Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
And even I saw that Granny Berry was on.
Yes. Granny Berry made her on-screen debut.
I did not click and watch it yet, but I did see that she was on the thumbnail.
I did watch it. Oh, my hair is sticking to me. I did watch that video, and yes, it was we did get to see Granny Berry. They were making all the Southern favorites.
Ah, okay.
Now, we live in the North, so I don't quite understand everything. Like chicken fried steak. I don't know if I've had.
You never had that at the Cracker Barrel?
I don't know, because I didn't used to eat steak.
Mm.
So I don't know, like when I could eat gluten, I wasn't eating steak.
That's true.
So I don't know that I've ever had chicken fried steak. I think I have had chicken fried chicken, but well, I mean, not fried chicken, but isn't there that's a way of doing it? So yeah, they made chicken fried steak. They made, they made a white gravy, like with biscuits. I think they made the biscuits.
And gravy
too.
is one of the all-time great foods.
Yeah. So my stepmother is from West Virginia, and she would make, I guess, some really good biscuits and gravy, but I didn't like biscuits and gravy because it was such a heavy breakfast.
Did they do beans and cornbread?
She makes really good beans.
Because that was one of my dad's favorite things.
But I don't remember her making cornbread. So yeah, so they made, go ahead.
And now let me just complete it.
Yeah.
It wasn't one of our favorite things for Dad to eat.
Yeah, those fructans, I think, or whatever. Yeah.
My dad had a fructan festival in his fecund body.
So yeah, they made biscuits and gravy, they made chicken fried steak, and they made Chris Cooking Nashville's macaroni and cheese
Out of chicken
with the chicken noodles. Yes. So
extruded chicken blended.
Yeah. Exactly.
Meat product,
which we've had that.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. So I was like, when things cool down a little bit, that might be in our future.
Oh, hold on. Look at this.
What?
Triple B&E says.
I pre-ordered Chris Cooking Nashville's cookbook. My husband is more on board with eating lower carb, and I thought his recipes might appeal to him. Yeah.
So it's coming out.
It's coming out in October, and I've been seeing him, do the circuit about it. And after that, I pre-ordered mine too. I was going to pre-order it at some point, but I was like, okay, I'm going to do it today. So yeah, mine is on order too. It comes out October 6th, I believe. And he's got pre-order bonuses, and I haven't checked into those yet. But yeah, and it was funny though, because Granny Berry, this is my take on what I've heard a little bit here and there, is it sounds like, Granny Berry probably gets what Granny Berry wants. I mean, she's earned that, right? And but it sounds like they're like giving her some substitute foods, sort of like Triple B&E is saying here, and so she was like, it's good. So she didn't give it like wow, yeah. This is amazing. This tastes just like my recipe or anything.
It was the don't say anything bad because we're on a video.
So yeah, but we all know that it's not going to be quite the same. It's not probably going to be quite the same.
This is reminding me years and years ago when my parents were still alive, we went up to see them. And at the time we were eating avocados, just like a half of avocado with some salt and lime squeezed on it. Mm-hmm. And so we served that. We made some food and we served that. And my parents were looking at it with such skepticism, like they had never seen an avocado before. And we're like, this is a really green looking thing here. And they ate it, but they were not.
That's funny.
They did not rave about how good that avocado with salt and lime on it was.
That is funny.
I love doing that, but
yeah,
they weren't big fans.
Yeah. So Granny Berry, I don't think she's a total convert, but all of Chris's recipes have been pretty dang good to me. But I've been gluten-free for so long, almost 15 years. So that's another thing, is that helps when I haven't had real bread for 15 years. The 90-second bread of his tastes pretty dang good. I do think he's a genius, and I really do think his recipes are probably some of the best. He knows the science behind it, and yeah, I love his recipes. So I'm looking forward to that cookbook. He actually made a meat crust pizza, which again, I've heard about. I just saw that video and I was like, maybe it's time to try the meat crust pizza. I don't know.
I'd take a bite.
Yeah. Maybe
I want more of those turkey chips. I've got a craving now for crunch.
Oh no. Once you pop, you can't stop.
Yeah, most normal people would go, that's not the best texture. But we're not normal.
Something with that crunch is incredible.
That concludes the diet and health portion of the podcast. I guess it's a podcast.
I guess so, yeah.
But we have been watching and just completed a very problematic TV show on Apple TV service called Hijack, starring Idris Elba, who I really like. I think he's a great actor. I remember him from Pacific Rim, which is a great sci-fi movie with giant robots fighting giant monsters. And he had been rumored for a long time of maybe being in the next James Bond, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. But the first season is a hijacked plane, and he is like a professional business negotiator and is trying to keep everybody alive.
I really liked that.
Spoiler alert, there's a season 2, which has a completely different plot, and he's in it. So I hate to break it to you, but you kind of now know how season 1 ends. At least he lives. And it's on a subway train in Berlin.
Yes.
And let me tell you about season 2 of Hijack. I have never seen a TV show that is basically, they just take a series of plot holes and string them together with Idris Elba looking miserable. And yet we watched the whole thing.
Yes, we did.
And I think we enjoyed criticizing it almost as much as we did watching it.
I really loved season 1. I thought it was really good.
It was very compelling.
Yeah.
The season 2, there was a lot of points where, why don't they just, and the whole plot would be solved and they wouldn't have to have any more episodes. And unfortunately, every single episode had many of those. So, in a way, I'm recommending it if you like to deconstruct story and point out plot holes, because some people really enjoy doing that. But otherwise, you might want to watch season 1 and just let the rest go.
Yeah, that was good. A little bit of a departure from our last recommend, which was the Clueless L. Didn't we?
Oh yeah, the Legally Blonde TV show,
Yes.
which was excellent.
Yeah.
So we just started a Netflix show that I don't think is going to get many more views.
Dare we even say?
It's something about the Walter boys, and it's about this girl who's orphaned and goes to live in Colorado with a household full of rowdy boys. And they're learning to act on the job.
Yeah, I have to say,
because they did not know how to do it in episode 1.
The first episode, there was a bit character, and I said to you, I've got kids at the theater that in my small town that could do a better job than that, but it's a bit role.
Yep.
No big deal, but
everybody's on the same level.
There's
a lot of line readings that they needed to be given by somebody else that they didn't get.
Yeah.
But I like criticizing. So I'm ready to watch more of it so that I can point out its flaws.
Well, we'll give it a couple more shows to see if they catch their stride, but
yeah.
I'm not sure about the writing either. But again, they're trying to establish.
Or even the pacing.
Yeah. They're trying to get things established.
There's a lot wrong with this show. But the reason I clicked on it was because Netflix knows our watching history, and it was like, you're going to love this show.
Mm-hmm.
And they were not right. So Netflix, if you're listening to this, your recommendation algorithm is not good.
Well, what Netflix doesn't know is that we're storytellers. We're both storytellers in certain ways. And yeah. So you gotta give us that type of thing. Yep.
So we've survived the humid, rain, sticky, with our air conditioning broken.
And we did not get tornadoed. It went south of us.
It was
week.
Nice to have that skip us.
It hit the Chicago area. So yeah, that was nice that we didn't have to hunker in the basement. But
I'm ready for fall. 100% ready. Let's just skip ahead.
I'm ready. I think I'm ready for fall this year. That's not usually true, but I'm feeling kind of ready for it. And maybe it's because of the incessant tornado warnings and walls of wind we have every 10 days or so.
I like the moody weather for writing. It's kind of gives me the right vibe for writing fantasy novels, but the heat does not.
No, you're not. You've never been a heat.
Today I had a great writing session. So I had a lot of fun today with today's writing. So it's moving on page by page.
That reminds me, I told you, in addition to being an author, you have also been a musician in your life.
I have, yes.
Yeah. So you know music. That's about all I can say. Because I don't know music.
You've listened to some.
I've listened to it. I've danced to it. I learned to count to it, this was a revelation. Like my teacher that I had for most of my life, she would go bop ba da bop bop bop.
Your dance teacher.
My dance teacher. Okay, here's what you do. Bop ba da bop bop beep boop ba. So I never learned to count.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Right? And so and that was an amazing gift she had. But once I realized how to count music, it transformed how I could dance and catch on to choreography. And it didn't happen till I was an adult. So that's how little I know about music. And we're doing Frozen, which we've done in the past. And we have a different setup this time. We're doing Frozen Junior. In our old theater, we had a piano. So our music director could plink out on the piano the harmonies, and people could learn each part. We no longer have access to a piano. We can bring in a keyboard, but so I found an app that will read the music, and then you can make it play the certain parts. That's all. Again, I don't know the language for this. So I've been spending the last couple weeks learning kind of how, like, what's a stave? I don't know any of this stuff. And when you pick one stave over the other, or when there's a chord, how do you get just the top note and not the bottom note? I know nothing. So I have to say, and today, like, I concluded breaking up a whole song into different sections on this app. And now through that one song, I understand music. No, but I do understand how to get what I need from this app now. But yeah, I know nothing. So I had a productive day too. That was all coming out of you saying you had a really good day, and I had a good day because I figured out how to. I concluded that song project.
I have a proposal.
What?
And we'll see what the chat has to say.
Yes.
I propose that I teach you the chords on guitar for Smelly Cat.
Oh.
And challenge you to learn how to play and sing Smelly Cat.
Oh my gosh.
Because I bet you could reach Phoebe Buffay heights.
I could probably, yeah, that could be.
So if our viewers want to see that and hear it,
yeah,
let us know. It won't happen quick because she's starting from zero on guitar.
Yeah. And I don't sing either, but
just finger strength and calluses are a part of learning how to play guitar. So it takes like a week or two just to be able to play the chords.
I'll fit that into my schedule.
It's easy to do with just a few minutes a day.
And a little bit of focus. I got a little focus.
You just have to believe.
No, I believe I do, but I don't think I can't do it. I just never have.
Well, be relieved because the chat is not erupting with enthusiasm for this plan. Maybe they don't know what Smelly Cat is.
They probably don't want to hear me sing.
That could be, yeah.
No, that's another thing. My mom didn't mean to insult me, but when I was growing up, she said something along the lines of, "It's a good thing you're a dancer and not a singer," type of thing.
Oh.
Yeah. It wasn't quite that, but that's kind of how it came out. So I was terrified to sing. And then I would go to auditions locally and in high school, and I'd see the directors. I'd do the reading and they'd be like, yeah. And then I'd do the song part and they'd be like, but I have actually embraced singing and my voice in my theater group, because I know there are kids out there, and I tell them I'm not a good singer, but I'm not going to let it hold me back. And so I want to be that model to the kids who aren't necessarily good. And honestly, when you try to hold back, it's worse.
Oh, absolutely.
It's worse. So I regularly sing at the theater, but yeah, that would be.
There's a life lesson there. Everything that's true.
Oh,
if you're going to go for something and do something, if you do it sort of halfway or tentatively, it's worse than if you just went full out.
Yeah, that's true.
Even if you're terrible at it.
Yeah. Yep.
Because people will respect somebody who commits.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Unless they're completely delusional, like some American Idol contestants.
That is true, but yeah, I'm not going on American Idol.
No, you're not putting yourself forward as a contestant.
No.
Triple B and E says, I watched Friends, so I know the song.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
If you've seen Friends, you know Smelly Cat.
We have Smelly Dog in this house.
Very.
He literally needs a bath every other day, and I do not give him a bath every day. Other day.
Melanie says, I don't know Smelly Cat, but I trust you.
Oh.
Well, JJ, I think we've done it. You've got the Butter Bob assignment.
Yes.
To learn how to make mayo by next week.
Yeah. We could do that. That at least I could do.
You could bring a jar of it and I could do a taste test.
Yeah.
It's not Hellman's.
It's not. Yeah. You're not going to get a good response from him, likely.
But if you put like basil in it or some sort of
make it an aioli.
Maybe I would like it.
Maybe. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So that's a wrap for us. We will be back next week. Same time, same place. And until then, every day stronger.
Every day more blessed.